Your own beautiful house surrounded by a big green lawn sounds like either a dream come true or a nightmare in the form of a mortgage for most. Well, if you head to Japan, and some other countries too, the US included, looks like you could become a happy homeowner absolutely free of charge. The Japanese government has over 8 million properties throughout the country that they're willing to either sell or, the best part, give away for free. You can see a full list of them and the whole price range in one of many online databases called Akiya Banks. Akiya translates as vacant house, and these vacant houses are in pretty good condition in case you had any doubts. Prices for them start at 0 yen, that's the Japanese currency, and stop at 30 million yen, which is around $270,000. Vacant houses for sale or for free can be found all across the island nation, and not just in some remote villages. In fact, according to the Japan Times, 1 in 10 houses in or on the outskirts of the country's huge capital city Tokyo is empty. All you have to do is pick a house in the database, pay a few taxes and fees, and you'll become a homeowner. So why would the Japanese government want to do that? What's in it for them, right? The truth is, it's all an attempt to solve the housing crisis this country has been dealing with for years now. No, it's not about a lack of affordable housing, but an overabundance of abandoned houses. 8 mil, remember? Japan has a quickly aging population. A lot of people are either passing away or moving into retirement homes, leaving their houses empty. Young people in the country don't marry early these days, so they don't give birth to enough kids to balance the gap. Well, there's that demographic question, as well as another reason why so many houses remain abandoned. It has to do with the fact that the Japanese are rather superstitious and don't want to live in houses with a sad history. So no one is willing to buy homes where there was tragedy or someone died. According to the Fujitsu Research Institute, the number of abandoned homes in the country is still growing, and the experts there think that it'll reach 20 million by 2033. To avoid that, the government is promising subsidies to those who want to renovate old abandoned houses, and the property becomes truly yours after just a few years of you renting it. So if you've ever wanted to have a house in the land of the rising sun, here's your chance. Okay, maybe for one reason or another you don't want to live in a free house in Japan. Well, hold on now, there are plenty of other places to choose from. How about scenic Italy? If you don't have too much cash to spare, note that you can buy an abandoned house in Ololai, Sardinia for as low as $1.25. In the last 50 years, the population of Ololai has gone down from 2,250 to 1,300. Families in Italy used to be much larger in the past, but now the country can't boast a high birth rate. So, many old people simply have no one to pass their property on to. Plus, most young people there move to larger cities with more opportunities and don't want to take care of old property and its renovation. Some even decide to donate their house to the city so that it's not their problem to deal with anymore. As for the city, it'll just sell the property for close to nothing. The first place to do this was the Sicilian town of Salami around 10 years ago. You see, this region is prone to earthquakes, so it doesn't attract many buyers. The endeavor went well, and other communities were inspired to do the same. The town of Ganji, for instance, sold 100 houses by 2016 with 1,000 applicants to choose from. As for Ololai, it's gotten over 100 applications from people all across the world. The project's official site, Casa 1 Euro, that's €1 house in Italian, lists properties all across Italy. Toscana, Sicilia, Sardinia, Lazio, and Piedmont, just to name a few. All you have to do is fill in an application and wait for it to be reviewed. If you're picked, the government will expect you to pay taxes and renovate the property within 3 years of purchase, and that can cost up to $25,000. The long-term goal here is to bring life and tourists back to those areas that are currently dying out. Spain. In case owning a home doesn't sound ambitious enough to you, consider purchasing a whole village in Spain because, why not? Gwyneth Paltrow must have thought it was a great idea since she added one to her Christmas list. And she wasn't kidding either. You can choose from hundreds of cute little villages in the northwest regions of Galicia for a pretty affordable average asking price of $100,000. And if it needs renovations, the price will be even lower. But if that sounds like too much money to you, then check out the village of Barca. With 12 crumbling stone houses from the 15th century, this entire village is being offered for free. The new owner is supposed to take care of its renovation and preservation and turn it into a hopping tourist destination. It's the same story with Galicia. There's a demographic crisis, young people are heading to the city, and so on. Actually, this Spanish region currently has the highest number of deserted settlements in the country, with more than half of the country's 2,900 being located here, at least according to Spain's National Statistics Institute. A lot of the prospective buyers are families that emigrated from Spain in the 60s and would like to go back to their roots and just enjoy the relaxing, peaceful country life. So, you game? Pitcairn. When you get bored with civilization and want to experience some island paradise, head to Pitcairn. The weather's always nice, and you'll only have about 50 neighbors on the whole island. Think you can share? So far, only one person has applied for free land and left the rat race to move to Pitcairn. The reason might be the fact that it's 3,500 miles away from the nearest country, New Zealand, or because of a lack of jobs on the island. There's one general store there that works 3 days a week, so it sounds like it's definitely very slow-paced. Canada. It's hard to believe a country with such high living standards and crazy expensive housing prices would give away land or property for free. Sure, I'm not talking about Vancouver, Toronto, or Calgary, but way smaller towns. You can, for example, purchase a plot of land in Reston, Manitoba for as low as $10 as long as you start construction on it no later than 90 days after the deal's been sealed. The same goes for taking free plots in Pipestone and Scarth, which are also both in Manitoba. Aspiring farmers are welcome to get their land in Crown Lands, Yukon. The condition here is that you have to be a Canadian citizen and a resident of Yukon for at least 2 years. In 2017, local authorities offered a great deal in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Those interested in developing the area had to apply online for $1 lots of land. However, the winners were supposed to pay the full property tax for the purchase. The same province offered $1 plots to create an eco-friendly village to those who would provide their sustainable living projects. Free land in Canada comes and goes, so you better stay on the lookout in case you're interested. The USA. From Kansas to Alaska, there are areas where you can get a plot of land or even a house for free or close to nothing. Some of them are being given away by the government in hopes of finding people to sponsor renovation and maintenance of an abandoned home. Familiar story, right? In that case, the new owner normally gets a nice subsidy, and some homeowners are giving away their houses simply because they can't afford it anymore. To take part in one of the many free lot programs, you have to be a legal resident of the United States. Cities like Baltimore, Maryland, New Haven, Connecticut, and Harmony, Minnesota offer forgivable loans to new residents. You can also get a free lot in Curtis, Nebraska, Lincoln, Kansas, and Marne, Iowa, just to name a few of your options. Michigan offers free industrial land to those willing to create new businesses and job opportunities as part of the Muskegon 25 initiative. Flagler, Colorado is giving free land to anyone who promises to start a business there. And finally, in case you want to live in Buffalo, New York, you can get yourself a $1 plot of land as long as you're ready to spend at least 3 years there and pay all the related property taxes and costs. Well, looks like the American dream just got a whole lot more affordable. If you could get a free home anywhere in the world, where would you want it to be? Let everybody know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.